Salakia cut off, but we continue.
Now, this is Romans chapter 16, verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine.
So what does that mean? The people that go off make it known that they went off to everybody else so that they don't follow them. Keep going.
How are you gonna do that if you haven't learned first? You gotta learn the doctrine.
You gotta be able to discern the spirit. Like, okay, that's not according to the doctrine.
Exactly.
So we can't follow him. We can't listen to him.
And that's that rebuke. That's that rebuke and correction, man. You correcting them, man. You letting everybody know this is a prime example.
Yeah,
not speaking according to the scriptures.
Yeah, I tell them, nah, man. Look, this is what the scriptures say, man.
You gotta learn. You gotta learn to do that, man. Because you can't. When you first come in, you don't know. You don't know the doctrine, so you have to learn the doctrine first before you can start speaking and stuff. Or trying to argue with people. Go ahead.
Which ye have learned and avoid them.
So contrary to what you have learned, man. That's what you have to learn first. Crawl, man. You gotta drink that milk, man. Suck up that milk, man. You can't just go. You can't just jump up trying to go into these scriptures that you don't have no understanding on. You don't know the precepts on them, man.
But it's just like the brother said, man, with the boxing, man. You just came in boxing, so you can't discern if a dude got a good form or not. You don't even know what a good form really look like. That's same thing with the scriptures, man. You can't just discern if the dude is really speaking according to the scriptures or not, because you don't really understand it, all of them yet, man.
You gotta learn first.
Go ahead.
This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 14.
This is the last scripture.
This is the last scripture.
All right.
That we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine.
It's children, they basically just copy everything they hear, man. They say the same. Like when they hear something, they'll just imitate that shit. They see it on a cartoon, they'll say the shit. Like they see his cartoon go do 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 do. Like say a cartoon, the character go do 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 do. The kid's gonna be walking around do 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 do. That's how a kid is, man.
Every doctrine that comes, they just automatically own it. They ride it.
Man.
It's a trend. Everything is a trend, but this isn't a trend. This is life. And death.
This is salvation on the line, man. This is your salvation you dealing with. You ain't dealing with just prophesying. You're a part of it. That's why Paul, like if it wasn't Paul or Peter, they said this is a high calling. So this ain't no joke, man. This is a high calling the Most High has called us.
You gotta know what you're dealing with, man.
You gotta know what you're a part of.
But pretty much, it says become as a child, man. But it says you're no more a child, man. You're able to spiritually discern, to know the true doctrine. But you have to learn first to do that, man. You gotta crawl first. Well, go ahead.
By the sleight of man and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
So that you'll be able to deceive. You'll be able to know the true doctrine, man.
Hey, the scriptures say you got wolves in sheep clothing.
How are you gonna be able to do that if you have no understanding?
How you gonna know where the wolf is if you're not studying and you don't know the scripture? He breaking down stuff that you ain't went over yet. So you got to go over it and you got to make sure it's according to prophecy and scripture, and then you got to realize, okay, he is off. That's a part of examining yourself, also.
That's the point. But anyways, Ratazaz is edifying, man. But pretty much the point is, man, crawl before you walk. So take the baby steps first, man. You gotta study and show thyself approved, man. So you can't just come in and then be like, oh no, the mark of the beast is this and that. No, the beast ain't the beast is that and stuff, man.
Basically, man,
you're gonna get mocked.
You can't eat a whole turkey. You gotta divide the turkey and eat it piece by piece by piece. You can't just
Exactly.
Nah, man, you gotta just divide the turkey. I'm gonna take this bite.
You gotta season it.
Yeah, you gotta take this bite. You gotta chew the bite. You gotta swallow that one bite. You gotta it goes to your stomach. Then you take your next bite. You don't just the whole damn thing. That's not even possible. You gonna ear, man.
It's gonna be too hard for you as a scripture.
Yeah, it's gonna be too hard, man. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that chicken, the turkey. You're gonna divide it up into pieces, and then you're gonna eat one by one. And then eventually, guess what? You keep doing that and being diligent, you're gonna have the whole turkey.
Exactly. Hey, it's all about patience, man.
I don't know who the fuck eating whole turkeys out here, but that's just the
the Most High about patience, man. You gonna get there. When you come into everybody wanna do what the apostle doing, you wanna do what the elder doing, prophesying, you know what I'm saying? You gonna get there. That's why I say he's rewarded them that seek him diligently. So you keep seeking him diligently, you're gonna eventually get to that point to where you're able to do prophesy. Now you're not gonna be able to do exactly what the apostles doing because they've been in longer, but you're gonna be able to discern from good and evil.
You'll just know the true doctrine, man. You'll be able to discern if somebody's going, oh, this is not the right doctrine. You're going off on this shit. You're going off on that. You'll be able to know that. Oh, if you're watching this one video, oh, this dude don't know what you're talking about, man. Because according to this scripture and that scripture, the precepts, this says this and that says that. You know, or as the brother say, you be able to cut his spirit, man. But you know,
which that's what happens, like you. But that's what happens. You know, this is the sword. So, and it's it literally cuts the spirit. It's scriptures that go into it, but you know, the sword, the word cuts the spirit because if it's wrong or if it's out of order, it's gonna be known. The spirit's gonna know. But we gonna.
But you know, Ratazaz is edifying, man. What is off by saying, call the law.
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah Ba'Hashem, Kakadash.
Till next time, Shalom, Yasharal.
Shalom, Yasharal.